think it's working. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I have it set up, I think. Okay, bear with me. Trying to figure this all out. Is it weird to have this behind? Okay. I think if I just leave this here, it'll work. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Kinda know what I'm doing. I just want to be able to see the chat and to make sure that this is working. Hello, hello. I think if I just okay. Turn up my volume. Maybe. Oop. There it go. Okay. Hello, hello. Okay. If you're in here and you're watching, say hello in the chat because I don't know if it's just me by myself or if there's other people in here because I can't tell. It says 2 people watching, and I don't know if that's anyone that if that's just my program or not. Okay. Sorry. All right. Well, I guess we'll just start because we'll see how this goes. I am going to do a skater girl like the past 2 that I've done. But this is gonna be water. No, maybe I'll do air. I think I'm doing air. And then it'll be air and then water. But we're gonna just do water for now. I decided to do drawing instead of a crafting because this is kind of last minute and I figured it would be better to just, you know, do something quick and easy and fun. Yeah. So, I guess we'll give it a shot and we'll start. But I can, because I think this also gets recorded and then posted later. So I'm just going to treat it like it's a video thing. I don't know. But we're just going to start. And hope that people come in and say hello. Hi, Savannah. Hi. Over here is the camera. I was waving over here, but you can't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to wave over here. I'm just going to start drawing. I think you're the first person. And hello. So, we're just going to draw a skater girl. Like the other 2 that I've done. I was going to craft, but like I said, it's kind of short minute or last minute, so I was like, I'm just gonna draw. It'll be quicker and easier. So I'm gonna just start sketching. I start out usually I'll have my Pinterest board up, and I have like a Pinterest board here that I love Pinterest. I have like a bunch of mood boards where I have everybody kind of, or every mood board for like every project that I'm working on. And I just save a bunch of reference images and things that will inspire me. So these are just poses and outfits and everything. Just stuff that kind of inspires me. But there's a pose that I was looking at that I really like for air, which is this one. Right here. I think that's a really good pose for an air roller skating girl. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I usually just go for a sketch. I do either purple or red usually, but the color doesn't necessarily matter. I just pick a color that works. I don't know. Yay, I loved Earth Skater and Fire Skater. I thought they were both amazing. Aw, thank you. Yeah, we're going to do Air Skater today. So, let's get started. I wonder if there's a way that I can see. Oh, here we go. I can see it on my phone now too. So, also love your nails. They're very cute. Thank you. They are Dashing Diva. I love them. They're so good. They're literally just press-on nails, but they last for like 2 weeks, and they're my favorite. So I just like put them on, and then I take them off when I'm done, and I can put on a whole nother pair. They're so cute. See, nails. Anyway, enough of that. So I guess since I have my chat here, I can also minimize all of these things. And then, oh, this one comes up too. Cool. All right, sorry. I'm still figuring out all of this with the whole new setup, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to be doing this pose, and what I'll do is just kind of start out. I always place the head. Oops. These are all layers I pulled from my other stuff just so I have it ready when I need it. But I usually just start with like a head as a circle. This is like my initial just deciding thing. And then, you know what? We did some music. It's so quiet. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do that. Wow, 2 weeks, insane. I haven't had any press-on ones that last at least 2 hours. Dashing Diva, seriously, this is my favorite. And then they also have these like just sticker ones that are they just stick on your nails. And I normally do that, but sometimes I bite my nails because I have anxiety. And ever since this is a long story short, ever since I got a medication, it's been much better. But when my dog went to the vet, I was driving back from South Carolina, and I'm just driving, like biting off all my nails. So since they got short again, I got the actual stick-on, like full nails, but they last for so long. These are, you can put these on your regular nails, and they also last for a while. I love them. They're my favorite. Anyway, I'm going to put on some music. But it should be something that can't be I think copyright with stuff. Here we go. Copyright free indie music. Cool. There we go. I think that works. I know that there's a way to do it through OBS too, but I don't know how to do it. Anyway, tell me if this is too loud, that music, or if it sounds weird or bad. I think I can do whatever. Anyway. So I'm going to start off with back to what I was doing. I am going to, let's tilt this up a little. Hi, I love watching your videos. They are so peaceful and fun. I hope your dog is doing better. He is doing better. He's on anti-seizure medication now. He was having seizures, which was very scary, but he's doing better now. He just has like a little shaved leg, but he's okay. Right, bud? Yeah, here. Come here. Let's show everybody. He's doing okay. Hello. This is his little shaved leg. I don't know if you can tell. Here. See, he has a little... Oh, no. Chicken leg. Oh, are you jealous? Okay. This is Gengar. Come here, Car. You want to be picked up too? Okay, here. This is Drakkar. He's fine. He has no issues. Can you say hi? Hello. Say hello. That's him. He's old. Not super old, but he acts older than he is. Okay. Alright. Let's get started. Oh gosh, I've said this like 50 times. Alright. So we have, I'm just making sure everything's still working. So start off with the head here, and then what I do is I draw a line of action. A line of action is basically, if I took this image here, I can show you actually. Let me take a screenshot of this really quick. Alright, so we are going to, so I'll show you basically. Well, sorry, I'm just checking a double, just seeing something. So basically a line of action is if we drew a line to show her where her pose is going. It would kind of be like this is where her spine is, and then you could have her legs in here. But we would be going, oh, this is kind of the shape that we want to follow, is this line, this bend. Can you not bark? I'm trying to do live stream. It's very rude. So we want to make sure that the pose generally follows this line. This gives a lot more movement to your poses. Sir! Come here. Come here. Okay. Put you on my lap. Love your dogs, by the way. Thank you so much. Alright, he's hanging out on my lap now, I guess. That'll shut him up. So, basically we want to make sure that our pose is following this shape. This gives a lot more movement and flow and energy. If you have kind of a line of action, something like, oh, this is how it's going to go. This is how the pose is going to be. So we're going to basically do the same thing. So, I want to make sure that I have a line of action, and I'm going to follow this pose and this line. So I have my head placement, just very general head placement, line of action, and then I'm going to put in what the shoulders are kind of doing here as a line, and where the hips are here, and kind of the line of action for the legs, which are doing this. So it looks really weird right now. But that's kind of what we start out with. Remember, sketches, you're going to build on your sketch continuously. It doesn't have to be perfect. A sketch is just, you know, putting down, placing things down to see how you're going to build it up. So, the next thing, I just do everything in kind of lines of action. So I have my major one here, and then I'm going to follow a line of action for the arms. You can see that they kind of go whoop, like that. So, whoop. I'm going to do the same thing. And there I have kind of a general pose. Very basic pose. So now, this is where I start building up. So I'm going to put in start putting in where all of the body parts and stuff are, now that I have my general lines of everything. So I'm gonna go, alright, here's the neck. Head is actually higher than I placed it. That's okay, this is all building. What beeped? Uh-oh, what happened? Okay. I think we're back. Sorry. I guess it died for a second, but it's here. Anyway. Just making sure that that comes back on. Cool. Alright, so, trust the process, like you said. This is exactly where my art looks like when I begin. Yes, trust the process. So, I'm gonna go back. Let's do, I have the neck. I'm gonna do the spine. Put in kind of like where the body's bending, making sure that I'm following this line. I'm gonna do a debut and the legs. And since I'm like highly stylizing this, sometimes I'll put in a more realistic body and then go back over with another sketch to like stylize it a little more. And in this case, I think I might do something like that, but I'm gonna just do this. There's her feet. Make sure that I get these feet in. Actually, it's more like the wheels. And sometimes I use an eraser to kind of carve out a little bit too. If I have a lot of sketches in one spot and it starts getting muddy, I'll use the eraser to carve away. Just carve this and this. If you hear breathing, it's because my dog's sitting on my lap. You're live! Yay! No! Why you do this? I jinxed myself. How do I bring it back? Hello? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it to stop doing that another time. So you're gonna have to just bear with me as my little, this camera right here dies and comes back, it dies and comes back. I think it's because it just goes to sleep. And I don't know how to do it because this is a brand new camera. I'm still figuring that out and I wasn't anticipating it doing that, so. Anyway. Sorry. Just bear with me with that. This is my first stream. It's gonna be a little wacky and wild, so a lot of technical issues. And hopefully we'll get them settled and then it'll go better, is what I'm hoping. So just bear with me. Anyway. So I'm gonna draw, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And now we're gonna kind of follow the arms. Let me know if the music is too quiet or too loud, too. I'm sorry I jinxed you. It's okay. I think it's just gonna happen. We're gonna have to figure it out. I'll have to ask my husband later, because he's the tech-savvy one, and I'm not at all. I'm a dumb old... Can't figure it out. Anyway. I'm just gonna get this body in here. Lick Spink. Sorry if I said that wrong. Hello! Hello. Hope you're doing well. I want her head bigger. Like these. Carve this out a little more. And you get to watch my entire process of how I do this, because a lot of it is just noodling. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me nuts. What are you telling me? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh wait. Okay. Fix. I thought it was telling me battery is not. Just be nice. Be good. Why you do this to me? Why you did this to me? Okay, get this hand in there. They got big chunky hands. Okay, getting this pose down. Sometimes I might also go into warp and like push some things a little bit if I want some things more dramatically pushed or moved or whatever. It's a good way to get a little more flow. It's like a little cheat. Is to just go in with the warp tool and kind of tweak things. What brushes do you use? I use Jing Sketch. I love their brushes. His brushes, I think it's pronounced or he. They're really, really good. I use the Sketch Round for sketching and Flat Square for shading and coloring sometimes. And I use the soft brush green for blush and cheeks and stuff like that. You'll see, I'll keep going. I'll keep showing you as I go through. But this is the Jing Sketch is what I'm using right now. So I'm gonna just give her a little booby. Fix his hand. And then we have this kind of jumping pose. Woohoo! Now, let's put in her face. I also want to make sure that I'm referencing the right style, my style that I'm working off of. So sometimes I'll pull up, oh my gosh, why you do this to me? Every single time. Hello, so glad you are on the live. Thank you. Yes, hello. Thank you, Catherine, for your advice. I ended up being able to just go up once it was finishing registering or whatever it had to do. And this is just going to keep happening until I figure out why. I didn't anticipate that it was going to keep doing this. So, cool, great. So I just want to make sure that I have a little example so I stay on brand, quote unquote. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that the eyes and the face and everything are similar so it doesn't look like it's a different style. And I do this when I'm doing a very specific style. I want to bring up the other art that I've done in it just to make sure that they look the same from image to image. Just big eyes. And I think I also had an example of what I was working on. Yeah, okay, so like some of these eyes, these are styles from the 70s, and I liked how they did some of their eye shapes, so I was referencing some of that to pull into my own art. Like these with like the big lashes. Oops, that's not it. Oh no. There we go. Like that. Stuff like this. Okay, so gonna put these eyeballs in. It's just a lot of going back and forth between my Pinterest board and my Procreate. What are you trying to do, bud? You good? Okay. I do big eyelids. And a tiny mouth. There you go. Some teeth. And gonna figure out where I want to put the pupils. Maybe looking off to the side. I think that's cute. Hi, big fan from Insta. Hello. Oh wait, no, over here. Hello. I hope you enjoy this. We're just drawing and having a good hangout chill time. And my camera's gonna keep dying and coming back, so I'm sorry in advance. This, it looks scary right now, but this is just a sketch, right? So it doesn't matter. gonna do, again, this is just, it's almost like sculpting. You're kind of sculpting out what the body is and moving things around. Her head's really high up, but it's okay. We're gonna move it down. This is what I like about digital work. Digital is that you can kind of manipulate and move things if you mess up. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Move this down. I'm gonna rotate it a little bit. And I made her body too big, so we're gonna shrink it down and then make her head bigger. There we go. That's better. That looks like it's more proportionate to what that one looks like. Yes, trust the process. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's definitely a trust the process situation. So, since we have the base down, now we get to pick out hair and clothes, which is fun. This is where my Pinterest comes back up, and I look at some of the stuff that I saved. And I scroll through, I save just like outfits and hair and stuff, and I go, okay, what to me looks like air? What looks like something that would represent air in hair or clothing? And then I think, okay, what does air... Oh, did this die again? What tool did you use to move the head down? Still Procreate Noob. Oh, okay. If you go to modify and then, here, I'll show you. This little, sorry, this one that looks like a little, oh, you can't see it. This tool right here. It's cut off, I forgot. It's like a little S shape. And that's basically the selection tool. So click it, then you have options down here. I usually do freehand. You can kind of draw the shape that you want. Make sure you connect it, and then you click the little arrow, and you can kind of move things around as you want. So, anyway, like I was saying, we're gonna do hair and clothes. So I look at what I have and go, what looks like air to me? It's really just kind of scrolling. And sometimes if I don't have something saved, I will go into one of the images I have saved and scroll through Pinterest and look and see, okay, do I see anything in here that I like? I kind of like this short little skirt idea. I like this, the skirt and then the little vest. That's very cute. So I'll, yeah. I actually really like that. So I think I might do something like that. So we'll do, I'll give her little shorts underneath. Hi, cuz. Hi, Ross. Show us your nails. These are my nails. So yeah, let's do a little, and I'll give her little shorts underneath. So she's appropriate. Just little like booty shorts. And I like this little vest. And there's been this like, I found this crocheted vest. It was too small for me. But it was so cute and I wanted it so bad. So I've been really into these little crocheted 70s vests lately. So yeah, just gonna draw these little vests, and I'm gonna give her my little puff sleeves, I think. And hair. Let's do hair wise, let's go with I think I want to do this with like the high ponytail and then the bow. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just big hair. I love big hair. Put the ear in. And let's do, trying to think of how big and what direction I want the hair to go in. I think of hair as like a big shape. So we're gonna do, let's see. Gotta make room for the hair. I do line of action for everything, so I'm thinking of line of action for the hair, like how I want it to flow, I guess. It's just drawing lines and seeing what I like. Nope. This is really just noodling right now. I think I kind of like that. It brings the eye back around. I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do something like that, I think. And put this bow here. Yeah. And I kind of like the idea of giving her big glasses too. I think that's kind of cute. So I'm just going to double check and make sure that that looks right. And then since all of this looks like scribbles right now, you can't really tell. This is going to drive me nuts. You can't really tell kind of what's going on sometimes. You don't have to do this. This is what I do sometimes. If things are extra scribbly, I will go in with a different color and then just go over my initial sketch and refine it a little bit. And this is where I kind of break out my shapes, shape language, how I want things to actually sit, so that I kind of know where I'm going with my line art. Cheek, like this. Make sure that I have And since we're simplifying things down, a really nice trick is curves versus straights, which is basically, it makes something look more dynamic if you have a curved line and a straight line versus, you know, two curved lines or two straight lines. It just looks nicer. So what I'll do normally is pair. I have my straight line here, and then I have a more curved line here. So this straight line's gonna follow down, and then I have this nice curve. Kind of gives it, it's a character design rule, makes it more dynamic and interesting. I don't like that thumb. Hi, I knew your art first time from your Pokemon Retro version. Salutes from Venezuela. Oh, hello! Wow, Venezuela, that's cool. Thank you for following me for so long. I appreciate it. I just gotta make sure my neck and spine connects here. Also, a good rule when you're still, I still do this, but when you're doing anatomy stuff, don't be afraid to draw through your shapes so you know where things are following, because, you know, if you just go, I think this is here, then my neck is here, all of a sudden you have this like weird disjointed, and if you drew a line, it would be kind of like you have a bump and it looks kind of weird. So don't be afraid to draw through in your sketches to be like, okay, this is how I want it to be. Or like, I don't know how this leg is going to attach from behind, so I'm going to actually, you know, draw it out, even though I know that this is behind this front leg. It helps to visually draw what the other limb is doing, even if you won't see it necessarily, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh. Stop doing that! I don't know how to get this to stay. Do you guys want me to just keep this disconnected, this camera, or should I keep turning it back on, back and forth, because I don't know which you prefer. Just let me know. I'm gonna leave it off for right now. So here's another example. We have curved and then a straight line. Put this shoe in. Keep it disconnected? Okay. I will keep it disconnected. You'll just have to see what I'm doing over here, and I'll try to point things out with my nails in this. So, yep, sorry. Okay. Gonna draw the base of the shoe here. Put in the wheels. Big chunky wheels. And I'm just kind of finalizing my shapes and poses. But remember, this is still a sketch, so you can still be loose. Which is exactly what I'm doing. So put in this eyeball. And another eyeball. Eyelashes, eyelids, nose. I'm gonna move the mouth up a little bit and make it a little smaller. This hand I don't like. I don't like this hand. Trying to think of how I want the hand to be posed. It's so fat. I might also end up flipping my image later to see how it looks. When you flip the image, like your eye gets so used to looking at it one way, so when you flip it, it makes your eyes readjust and you'll notice like glaring issues. So click the little arrow button up here and then I'll do flip horizontal and see if everything looks okay. That's a good trick. I think I'm going to do that actually. So we have a nice line of action that goes up. There we go. I think that looks better. Do you roller skate yourself? No, I went to one roller rink and I loved it. I've never done it before, so I was like skating around with my little, they have this like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like this little, it basically looks like a walker, but for roller skating. It's like, I can draw it. It's literally like PVC pipes like this. I think there's one in the middle here. And then it has a wheel here and a wheel here and a wheel here. And then you're like, and you hold on to it here. This is me. This is me holding on. And a wheel and a wheel and a wheel. And you're like, oh gosh, and then you skate around with that, and it supports you as you skate around, so you're just like a little, you know, grandma skating, holding on to that so that you don't fall, and then everyone else is like skating by you, and they're like just doing spins and everything. They're like, yeah, as they skate by. And you're just scooting along, going really slow while everyone else is just like zooming by. But it was really fun. And I want to go back and get better at it. I've always really wanted to learn how to roller skate. And I always was telling my best friend here, I was like, I want to go roller skating. I want to go roller skating. But then I would be a pansy and be like, never mind, it sounds scary. And so when I started drawing this series and being like, I want to roller skate, she was like, all right, that's enough. I'm taking you roller skating. So we are planning on going back eventually. I don't know when, though. Okay, sir, I'm going to put you down. Because you're getting kind of restless. There you go. Okay. Not under my legs, though. Thank you. Having fun here. I draw as well. It's fun on how different we all approach our ideas. Yeah, it's true. Everyone kind of has different way of drawing. Whatever is fun for you, that's what matters, right? So, let's do the hair. A roller walker? Yeah, exactly. A roller walker. So let's get her scalp in here. And you want to make sure that I always draw out the whole head, even if you're not going to see any of it from the hair, just so I know where everything's coming from. Because I know that this is where the ponytail's going to come from. So I know that that's where I want the bow. So I'm going to draw the bow here. Change the song. I like drawing bows because they're literally just lines of action. And then a trick with them is, since they're always kind of like turning in and around on themselves, I always draw a line and then I do like, does this make sense? I don't know how to explain it. I do spots where it's folding. And you can do them as many times as you want. Just make sure that it kind of connects over. And then you have a ribbon. It's fun and pretty easy. Don't start barking. I don't think I like that. Sir! I'm live streaming. Can you not bark? Yeah, I think I like that better. There we go. And now, let's do her hair. I think I want it to come over here. The big chonky ponytail. I think I might want to move this down a little. Maybe that. But I don't want this to connect to where her boob is. So I'm gonna do nope, don't like that. Again, this is also noodling. Nope, don't like like that either. Out of curiosity, will you be uploading this stream to your channel? Yeah, I think it automatically saves, so I will save it to my channel so that you can watch it later. Come here then. Come here. Come here. Come. Stop spinning and come over. Thank you. Dracar always spins when he wants something. Sometimes when he's excited, he'll spin like multiple times before he actually comes over to get it. And I'm like, you can come right now. You don't have to spin for it. Okay, I don't know what I want to do with the hair yet, so this is another thing that I do. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to continue with what I'm doing. All of the parts that I do know that I want to hold on to. So like her skirt. Let's get that in. Little shorts. Oh, this is like jazz music. Get this other shoe in there. Jazz vibes. Since we're seeing more of her back, we're gonna see less of the front of this crochet thing. Give her a little puffy sleeves. Then her little shoes. Give her a pom-pom, and then let's give her some knee-high socks or thigh-high socks. I think that's good. Cute. All right. Oh, and let's give her some glasses because I liked that. The big circle glasses. Wait, did my other girl have glasses? No. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. So now, this is what I do if I don't know what to do with the hair. Again, this is all trust the process, a lot of noodling, a lot of my, sometimes I'll do multiple sketches, like multiple refining sketches before I start doing line art. And that's okay. It's okay to keep going over. The best tip that I have with art is make sure that you have a really good foundation, because your line art and your coloring won't look good if your foundation is bad. So, I mean, there are artists out there, sometimes I see them in advertisements for stuff or whatever, where they've rendered really nicely, they've colored really nicely, but when you actually look at the piece, you go, there's something weird about this, and I don't know what it is, because they colored it really nice. The problem is, I just got dog fur in my mouth. The problem is, you know, if your structure and your foundation is wrong, it doesn't matter how much you color, how nice you color it, or how nice your line art looks, something's going to be off, and people will be able to tell. Even if they won't be able to pinpoint it, they'll be able to look at it and go, something isn't correct about this, and I don't know what it is. So it's okay to spend time noodling around and getting the foundation of your art good and solid before you jump into line art and color. I know line art and color is sometimes the fun part, but it's better to get that kind of structure, that foundation down first, and working at it as much as you need to until you go, okay, this looks good, let's jump into the next, you know, the next spot, the next part. So anyway, now I'm going to try to figure out, I like everything else that I did on the sketch, but I'm still trying to figure out the hair. So what do? I make a new layer, drop the opacity, and I'm just going to mess around and see. This way I don't have to worry about ruining my other layer. I can kind of just draw in some lines to see, you know, what I like, what looks good. And I'll do it in a different color sometimes to help me figure out. I can see better, like, okay, this is where the hair is. Think I like that. And sometimes it's okay to just mess around with the layers and see. I don't know, there's something too horizontal about this. So another trick about, since you have that on a whole new layer, is I can go in with the warp tool and mess around without having to worry about messing up my other stuff. I'm just going to do this. I think that looks good. So I'm going to go in with the same color I was using. We'll draw it in on the layer. Let's see. Yeah, I like that better. I think that that's better. And I might even go and change that in with my, when I start doing line art too. Once you put the line art in, you can also really tell what looks good and what doesn't. I'm also going to flip, see if there, oops, see if there's anything glaringly bad, any glaring mistakes. I'm not really seeing much, so I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Now, delete that because we don't need it anymore. Drop the opacity. Now we get to do the line art. I get asked this a lot on what brush I use for line art. It is called the Retro Supply Company, right here, Retro Supply Company Ramen Brush Pen. I think it comes in a pack. I don't remember which pack it is, but it should list all of the brushes. This is what I use for my line art. It's my favorite. I've customized it a little bit. I just brought the streamline amount. This makes it more stable, makes the lines smoother and nicer. That's about it. I think that's all I've done to customize it. You can customize brushes in Procreate, if you don't know, by just clicking on the brush itself, and then it has all of these options that you can mess with. So I have that, and I like this because you get a really nice, like, thick and thin shape with it. And it has a little bit of texture. You can see kind of it has this texture, which I think makes it look a little nicer. Instead of just a single smooth line, you know, it has these little jagged edges, and I think it gives it a little more of a vintage nice touch. So now let's start doing the line art. I really like doing line art. It's very fun for me. I know some people hate it, but I like it because it's very flowy. Here's another fun trick, if you don't know, with Procreate. if you want a nice curved shape, say you're like, oh, my hand is wobbly. If you're drawing it and you just hold, it will fix it for you and make it into a smooth shape. So, like if I want a circle, oh, that's an ugly circle. Well, hold, don't take it off. It'll adjust it for you. It does it with shapes. Look at that, square. So you can do it with circles. See, it'll adjust it. And you can do it with just curves too, which is pretty cool. And you can do it with lines. And then wherever you drag it to, it will keep a straight line, which is also amazing. Again, you just draw a line, don't lift your pen, hold, and then it'll adjust, oops, it'll adjust it for you. Anyway, so those are some Procreate tips. So sometimes I do that. I will draw my shape. And sometimes I'll have to go in and draw a line multiple times. That's okay. Until I get the shape that I like. There. That's one of my favorite things about Procreate is the fact that it just does it, adjusts your lines and shapes and everything. So nice. I think I want to give her bangs. Yeah, I think I want to do little bangs. Ah! Hey! Chill. Why are you barking? What was that? Sorry. That's my dog. He was mad about something and I don't know what. Maybe I'll give her little wispies. I apologize if the dog bark scared anybody. I think I want bangs. I think that's cute. What do we say, bangs or no bangs? I can't decide. Bangs? No bangs. No bangs. Oh no. Bangs. Oh, tapping twice, or tapping with 2 fingers on the screen will undo. Bangs. Everyone says bangs. Okay, bangs it is. Bangs, bangs, bangs are cool, cool, cool. Do bangs. Whoop. Whoop. Nope, don't like that. Whoop. No, don't like that either. There we go. All right, now do this. That's her scalp. And she's a little dot nose. And some big eyeballs. I think I connected the eyes. These are like small details, but they're always good things to keep in mind with staying consistent to style. Is like, are the eyes always connected in a full single shape? Do they have a space, like more anime style? How thick is the upper lid? How thin is the upper, or how thin is the lower lid? You know, just some things to ask yourself when you're trying to stay consistent in a style. Also, I hope I'm making sense in my explanations of things. I feel like I'm just rambling and nothing I'm saying makes sense. I'm just saying words. I think I also did like very, what did I do? Oh no, I did like wispy shapes. Okay. And they were in chunks. Like twos, groups of twos kind of. So, that is what I'll do here. You make perfect sense, very helpful. Okay, good. Because I feel like I'm just saying words and then not finishing my sentence or trailing off into something else and nothing I'm saying makes sense. I'll explain it and then be like, was that a proper English sentence? I don't know. Okay. Oops. There we go. Do an eyelash. Just these little chunks of eyelashes. Like that. Now, whoop, eyelid. Okay. Oh no, so close. I like that part of the mouth though, so I'm just gonna try to connect it. Let's see. What would you say inspires you on your vintage vibes? Fashion, for sure. Fashion is the biggest thing. That's what got me into vintage stuff in the first place. Is just the fashion of all the different eras. They're so distinct and they have such interesting shapes and patterns and designs, and each decade is kind of different from the next. And like the silhouettes that were quote unquote ideal at the time, the body types that were ideal at the time change every decade. And it's just really interesting how I don't know how else to explain it. It's really interesting how every decade has its own look and exploration into style and design. I think that's really cool. So I mean, the 50s is my favorite. I've been on a really, really big 60s and 70s kick lately, though. I've been really into this kind of like prairie medieval vibe from the 70s. It's so kitschy. It's so it's like all patchwork and crochet and this vibe of I live in the middle of a prairie and I'm milking cows tomorrow thing, and I'm here for it right now. I tend to go through different fashion phases where I get really into a certain decade. I'm gonna blame that on my ADHD. And I'll see something from a certain type of decade and be like, I'm obsessed with that, and then I just deep dive into it. So I was into the 30s for a little while, and you can see it in my art too. If you scroll through, you'll be able to see almost like what decades I've been into during that time. There was a period where I was really into the 30s, so I was doing a lot of like more these kind of femme fatale, old Hollywood 30s looks. And then I was obviously really into the 50s, so I was doing 50s designs. And then there was a point where I was kind of into the 20s during, in 2020 and 2019, because it was 2020, and I think some of my style inspiration hit before COVID hit, so I was like, oh, 2020, ha ha ha. Like, let's do fashion like the 20s, and then 2020 was a nightmare year, so yeah, and then I was into the 60s, and now I'm into the 70s, so I'm kind of just exploring different decades. I think it's fun to look into all of that, but that's my biggest thing that inspires me. I also just like the aesthetics, like the 50s and 60s, and even into the 70s, well, honestly, from like the 20s to like, well, even before that, but let's just say up until maybe even into the 80s, a lot of stuff had a specific design. Things had a design and a function. They weren't just function and that's it. I feel like now a lot of the stuff that we have is just the bare minimum of like, let's just get it to work. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You know, let's just get it to do the thing that it's supposed to do, and then we'll think about the design later. But in, you know, the 50s and the 60s, a lot of the stuff that they had a really big design component to it, so they were like, let's make it look nice while it also works. So that's what I really like, because I'm so artistically minded that I like anything. I prefer form over function. So anything that has a nice design, I'm like, ooh, I like that. Even if it's a crappy thing, I'm like, oh, I like that thing. It's pretty. So that's my long-winded answer. I hope that answered your question. Let's give her some lipstick. I almost always do the lips in line art, and then when I go into coloring, I color the line art and I'll change the color of the lips. Give her some teeth. Nah, that's okay. Okay. Let me check pupils. Okay, I did a dark pupil. The white pupil in the middle. Make sure that those are even. There we go. Do you have any tips on deciding line thickness and weight? I'm trying to think of how I do this because it just comes so natural. I do like, so there's a few ways you can approach it. I think one way I'll do like, I'm just trying to think of how I even do this. I'll do more, if I'm doing a long line, usually I'll apply pressure and then lighten up my pressure towards the end. So like towards the beginning and the end. And then have the thicker part in the middle, if that makes sense. But also there's ways to do, it kind of depends on the style, and I'll change this depending on the type of art style I'm going for, because you can also do it where it's thin and then it goes thick. You can do it where it goes thick and then thin. You can also do like more of a continuous line. I don't know if there's a hard and fast rule for it. Some people use it to show shadow. So for example, if the light direction's coming like this, you could do this one darker and then this one lighter. So it kind of makes it, you know, you make the lower part heavier because that's like the part that's in shadow. I don't know if there's really a hard and fast rule for it. I'm sorry. What I do normally is I'll do thin, thick, thin, thick, thin, thick, like that kind of. I'll alternate between. But sometimes, you know, I'll do it where I think, I'm trying to think of how I even word this. I guess the way that I do it is the part where there's more fat probably has a thicker line, and the part where there's joints or bending will have a thinner line. I think, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess that's what I would do. So shoulder joint, yeah, something like that. Because this is what I'm thinking is the fat part of your thumb here, you know, right there. And then this is the upper arm. don't even know if I follow my own rules. I don't really have rules for it. So more of an aesthetic choice. Yes, it is more of an aesthetic choice. I think whatever looks good is kind of hard to explain. Whatever looks dynamic, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had a better, more structured answer for you. I know I do tend to keep the line, detail lines. So like her sleeve here, excuse me, or maybe the vest, they're going to be thinner versus the outside lines are going to be thicker. Does that make sense? Oops. Okay. Let's do... Nope, I don't like that. There we go. A lot of this too is just kind of continuous lines. Just drawing, connecting lines to each other. Trying to get one continuous flow. Drawing with, you know, your shoulder more than drawing with like your wrist. Your wrist has less less movement, while your shoulder, you can kind of, you know. That was my explanation, is That's how I explain it for you. Make sure that you're doing this. That's the trick. That's my artist hack. Yeah, I don't know if I have. I'm watching myself do line art now, and I'm trying to figure out what type of rules I applied for myself. And I don't even know if... I think it's really just what I think looks good. And I think that comes with... I think that just comes with time. And developing an eye for it is the best way I can explain it. Just looking at how other people have done it, and then also... the more you draw, the more time you spend drawing, the more you'll train your eye and develop your eye to what you think looks nice, I guess, is the best way. I will say, well, no, because I was going to say, I think if you had a solid, thick line throughout everything, then it doesn't look dynamic or flowy or fun. But I've seen artists who do that, who have a thick, non-tapered line throughout all of their art, and it looks great because they've worked a style into it. So I just, yeah, I don't know. No good answer for you. I'm so sorry. My art has already improved tenfold. Good. As long as you apply that, then you become a master artist. That's my trick. Everyone's asking me how I do certain things, how I got to where I am. And the trick is, you just have to go wow, wow, wow while you draw, and then voila, you're going to get called by Disney and Pixar and Mattel and everything. They're going to just be like, oh, they found the trick. The butt. at that butt, the booty. Give her some booty shorts. I see a little edge here that I don't like. You can also do that curve trick with your eraser, by the way. That's what I do to get nice, clean lines sometimes. Back of the foot. Wheels. Dang it, okay. I might have to do the wheels on a different layer. I'm gonna do the feet first. Once I get that, I'm gonna drop that. That way I can adjust the wheels how I need to, because I need them to be more precise. So I'm just gonna adjust them. I'm gonna put them on a new layer and adjust them how I need them to be, instead of just trying to draw them like 50 times. But at least I know where the feet are. I think I want actually. I have to make sure that these are chunky. That's the whole vibe of this, is chunky. That's my whole, that's the word I've been telling myself as I work through stuff, is chunky. Make it chunky, chunkify it. Chunky. Okay. Oops. Socks. Too fat. The line. I want those little stripes. There we go. A little bit of an edge here. Okay. Chunky and simple. So that means simple shapes, simple lines, wrinkles, stuff like that are just going to be single lines. They're not going to be a lot of detail. It's not going to have all of these wrinkles and edges. It's just going to be two basic lines to show that this folds. Two buttons, two fat buttons show, okay, those are detail buttons, right? One line for a wrinkle. Now let's draw this arm. Why are you looking at me like I said something weird? I didn't say anything about you. Dracar. There we go. Doggy snores. Oh yeah, you probably hear my dog snoring. Yeah, I have one dog on my lap and another dog sleeping by my foot. So the dog on my lap was the one that was barking earlier because he was mad that I took him off of my lap. So he is currently on my lap and he's the one you're probably hearing breathing. And then the one that's snoring is the one that was in the doggy hospital. And he's just sleeping. The meds, the anti-seizure meds that they gave him, he's still adjusting to. And they make him a little more groggy, sleepy, so he sleeps a lot more now. But that's okay because honestly, he had a lot of energy before. So this has probably dialed him down a little bit and probably good for him. How do I want to do this bow? I'll do it this way. They are all ASMR. Doggy snores ASMR. They are all Pomeranians, right? Yes, they are both Pomeranians. Can we see your dog? Yes. Let me turn this on since do it as a treat. Okay. Ugh. This is Drakkar. We call him Car for short. He is 9 years old. He is a retired show dog. We adopted him. Thank you. We adopted him from a breeder who was retiring him from her program. So she's going to stop showing him and everything. And she just wanted to find a new home for him. So no issues, no like abuse or anything, just a new home, and it's fine. So we took him, and he's just living the retired life. So he just likes to eat and sleep and be pet. Like, to be honest, same. And then let's get the other one who is snoring. He's awake now because he heard me talking. Alright, Drakkar, you're gonna go down for a second. Oh, sorry, but come here, baby. This is Gengar. He's the one who went to the vet. Okay. You can, all right, thank you. You can see his little chicken leg where they shaved for his stuff. He's a good boy. Well, no, he's a mischievous boy. His name isn't Gengar for no reason. He is very much Gengar. He is mischievous and opportunistic and a troublemaker. But he is good. Like, he's sweet. He's a sweet boy. He's not mean. He is 5 years old. And he's sleepy. Oh, you're getting sleepy again? Little pup. Oh, you're getting sleepy again? He's falling asleep in my arms. Okay, yeah, there. He's a good boy. Huh? Thank you. Okay, that's enough of that. Here's your belly rub. Yeah, we've just been coddling him a little bit since he went to the vet for seizures, right? Now you're on seizure meds. They make you a little sleepy. He's definitely groggy because normally he would be a little more jumping around and stuff, but he's kind of just falling asleep in my arms right now. Thanks for the kisses. Thank you. Okay. Alright, thank you for licking my hand 50 billion times. Alright, there you go. Also, hold tight really quick for 1 second. I think my dogs have to go to the bathroom. So give me 1 second. We're gonna do a little pause. Do a bathroom break for everybody. Bathroom break. I'll be right back. Sorry. I had to. So I also had to do this thing. I have to take the dogs out. I have to do it because Drakkar, the older one, he only has one brain cell. And because he only has one brain cell, he's very dumb. And a lot of the times he'll only go out if I'm doing it. My husband has tried multiple times to have him go out, and he won't do it, and then he'll just pee in the house. So if I'm home, I have to do it. I have to take him out, otherwise he won't do it. I don't know why. That's just the way that it is. Okay, so let's get back to it. Putting in the bow. Excuse me. I had Sprite earlier and that's making me I apologize. Very unbecoming. Okay. Get these bows in there. Actually, I want this to be one continuous shape. Simple and chunky. She kind of looks like Buttercup. No, Blossom from Powerpuff Girls for some reason to me. I think it's the big ponytail. Okay. Oh, the glasses. Right. Put those glasses on her. What was it? What? How'd that happen? I don't know if I like those glasses. Is this an OC? I guess. She's not anyone specific. She's just a skater girl, water skater girl that I'm drawing as I go along. So it's not like she has any sort of backstory or anything. She's just kind of a random character. Did you figure out if he had his pill?
No idea.
Oh. I don't know if... I don't think I gave it to him. Because I think we said the next one would be 8:30, right? So I don't think that I gave it to him when I was getting ready to do the stream. Sorry, we're trying to remember when we gave him his last pill. We have to do it every 8 hours, and I do not remember if I gave it to him already or not. Okay, so here's... let's do the tires. So we're gonna drop this opacity and do the tires here. Have you decided on Penelope merch? I am thinking of maybe doing a sticker sheet based off of the most recent piece of art that I did. Because it just kind of looks like it would be a good sticker sheet. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm just kind of... I dropped a good chunk of money on getting myself a camera for video, like for YouTube stuff. So I am recovering financially from that, so I have to wait a little bit before I do another purchase of things. So if you guys want to help me recover, you can buy stuff in my store. It is savannahaalexandra.com/shop, and I have a bunch of stickers and, you know, pins and stuff, and I have a bunch of things for sale right now as well, so there's a discount on them. So if you want to see more merch, just you can help me by buying some of my merch, I guess. Obviously, this is very tongue-in-cheek. You don't have to do it. I'm not expecting it. But yeah, that's basically... I will eventually be able to do it. I'm just kind of recovering a little bit financially for that. And then I will, I think, make little stickers. But I don't know. I'm open to other ideas, too, for Penelope. I don't know exactly what, but right now I'm just thinking stickers. I had no idea that that people loved her as much as they do. So I'm kind of going, oh, okay, what do I do now, merch-wise? Like, I don't know what people want, so... Yeah, so I am all for taking suggestions and ideas as well, so. Make sure that these tires make sense. Love, she's amazing. Thank you. I'm glad that you... Wait, Penelope you love, or this girl that I'm drawing you love? Either way, thank you. I appreciate it. I could look up a reference for what the underside of a roller skate looks like. And that also would be the wise decision. But also, I am lazy and I don't feel like it. So I'm gonna go with the excuse of it's a cartoon and I'm simplifying everything. So this is what simple skates look like. And that's my excuse. Since this is just for me, then that excuse works. But if you're doing stuff professionally, that excuse does not work. Then you have to look up stuff and do it correctly. Just an FYI. Both. Okay. I think that works good enough. Oops. I did not mean to do that. If you merge, just an FYI, if you merge layers together and one of them has their opacity lowered, it will merge them into 100% opacity, but the one that has a lower opacity will stay at that lower one. So make sure that your opacity is the same. Oh wait, I also forgot. I need to erase these lines since they're behind the tires. What did I do here? What lines are what? I don't know. Oh no. Okay. Alright, it's better. And we have our line art of that girl. We can delete this sketch. And now we're going to do a thing because we have this in all the other girls, and this is also pulled from, I will show you. Another thing that I liked about these 70s inspirations is that they drew like individual lines in for each hair. You know, like that was a vibe. They have these like strands drawn in. Excuse you, whoever burped, whatever dog that was. So they have all of these like lines for the hair. And I liked that. I think that it gives it a good, 70s look. So, because we're sticking with that, and I have that with the other ones, you can see I like drew in all of these lines for the hair. Here, we are also going to do that on this girl. So, now it is time. And they seemed loose and easy, so that's what we're gonna do. And it didn't seem perfect. So that's, oh gosh. So I'm just gonna draw wherever I want these lines to be. I am going to connect this because just add some visual interest. They don't have to be perfect because the other ones weren't perfect, so we're literally just drawing whatever line we feel like looks nice. But you also want to make sure you're following the shape of what the hair would do, right? So this is going up. It's a ponytail. So this is going to go up and around. This. Draw these lines in. Voila. And now, just gonna double check, make sure I have everything looking good. For the most part we do. I'm just gonna clean up some edges where I see some glaring issues. Like these, and like that. And like over here. Oh, hello BT. I have my cat. Hello, BT. This is my cat. She is, what are you doing? Ma'am. Ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Everybody wants to be... Okay, order placed. Love everything in your shop. Thank you, Gunkle. I appreciate it. I will make sure that that when I do my sticker sheets of Penelope, I will let you know that she will be ready. Ready for you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will ship them out on Monday too. Oh, I forgot this right here. Make sure that, there we go. Wait, I don't like that line. There. Okay. Now, oh wait, I forgot. Last thing. See, this is why I do a check. I need let's see, I'm gonna look at roller skates here. And I want to add details. Like I like these. This gives me like a water vibe kind of right here. So I'm going, what are you chewing on? Oh, it's just cardboard. Okay. Whatever. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to add this little detail here. some laces, and a little puff, because I love it when they have the little puffs on their roller skates. I think it's so cute. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, now let's color. This is also a part where I'm gonna try to find inspiration color-wise for what I want to do. So what I do sometimes for color palettes is I will look up, like, you can see all my other stuff. This is when I was looking up pose inspiration for Penelope, because Miss Piggy is a vibe. I will look up, like, 1970s wallpaper. Look at that. You have so many color choices that you can pull from. And I want something with blues because, well, I want something with like air kind of color. So like this one is a good example. We have some like blues in here. So I might actually save this to, wait. Where is it? There, Skater Babes. So I'm gonna look for anything that screams air to me. No, what happened here? Excuse me. This one kind of gives me a good air vibe. And also, I think I like this because it's not a lot of blues, because I know I'm going to be doing water and she's a lot of blues. So I don't want the same colors. So maybe that purple is nice. Yeah, I think so. This is nice, but I also feel like that's closer to water. Yeah, I think I like this one a lot. This does give me kind of like an air quality without it being too blue. Are you doing mermaid? I prepped all my sketches this afternoon, ready to roll. Dang, you got all of your sketches done? Wow, I'm jealous. I'd like to do it. I haven't started on anything. I need to figure out what I want my theme to be. Or if I just want to draw. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I've had a hard time kind of keeping up with those monthly things lately, so we'll see. But I want to do it. Okay, so let's see if this works. This is something you can sometimes do, but I don't think it'll work because, no, it won't work. Pinterest doesn't allow you to like copy things anymore. So I have to take a screenshot of it. And then I have to, but here's a cool trick. So you can go into here, create new palette, and, oops, wait. that wrong. New from photos. And hold on, I have to check and make sure that I don't have anything. Okay. So new from photos, select that, and then it pulls all of the colors from here into here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that means too, then I have like all of these kind of colors to pick from. So let's do, I'm just looking at this. Okay. Yeah. I think we'll do that. And then we'll do reference. Your face is gone. Yeah, my camera is being really dumb. I will have to go. You all have a good time. I had a fun, sweet mistress. Bye-bye. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day or night. Okay. Reference. Let's do... maybe this for skin. This is the part where we also noodle. You can kind of drag and drop your colors in. And if you hit continue filling with recolor, you can kind of just put some of these in there. Doop, doop, doop. Make sure I got everything. It's okay if the eyelids aren't done because we're going to do those as a different color anyway. Pinky. Okay. Hair color. Let's do... maybe this green color, maybe? Or maybe the purple. Well, that's kind of cute. I think I like that. Okay, I'm gonna just do little pieces because these are all strands. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, we do this one, and this one, this one. Why aren't you doing it, Phil? Thank you. Actually, let's do that one and that one. And this one. And then we'll do this color. This is just dropping things in right now at this point. Doop, 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 doop. And then we should do a darker version of this. We don't have a darker color of this. So let's go a little darker. A little more purple. I want to do a little more purple than that. Maybe this color? Yeah, I think I like that better. In here. There we go. And then I think we'll do one more color. Let's do like a light, this color. I don't think, yeah, okay. Just making sure it's not the same color as their skin. I thought I changed this. Okay, weird. Let's see if there's anywhere else I want to add this. There. And also, you know what I realized? I didn't put any lines in her bangs like a dummy. And I also want to add a line here because it needs it, and maybe a line here. Okay, let's put some lines into his bangs. Her hair's pulled back, so we have to do all of the lines for... Am I on the right layer? Okay, just making sure I'm on the right layer. Okay. Put those in there. Oops. Put some more colors in. Can you not squeak that right now, sir? Excuse me. He left the room. Okay. Put some of this purple in there. Oops. Sir. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Why are you taunting me? Kigar. He keeps walking out of the room and walking back in, squeaking it. Alright, now let's do her outfit. Cutesy outfit time. Let's do this green, maybe? Because I think that'll be cute. Are you mad at me? What are you mad about? Maybe we'll do this color. Yes, I like that better. And, oh, I forgot her neck skin. Neck skin. Okay. Let's make the bow the same color, I think. Or, alternatively, I like to put all of the colors on different layers. That way I can adjust them if I need to. Could do yellow. I think yellow could be cute. And then maybe purpley. Hey! Just ripping up paper. I'm trying to get into trouble. Just some cute little purple shoes. My dogs do the same thing. The second I'm trying to be professional on the phone or online. Yeah. That's, just like comes in and starts squeaking. And I'm like, excuse me. I'm in the middle of doing something. I think I like that, but I'm not sure. Also, I don't know if I want to do black tires. I think maybe black would be cute because we have some black in her. I don't know. That's why I put these on different layers so I can kind of mess around if I need to. Now I'm trying to decide too what color I want her. Let's see. I could do black pants underneath, or yeah, like black shorts. Or we could do, what other colors we got? I like working with restrictive palettes because it makes you really think. It gives you a challenge. And it kind of keeps your stuff unified. But sometimes, if I don't find exactly what I'm looking for, I can deviate from it. feel like I need to add another color in here, as I have a lot of greens and purples, and I want to add another color. I'm thinking, I don't know, let's try something. And this is exactly why. Well, wait. I could do that. Actually, I think that's kind of cute. I don't know if I like these black tires, so actually what I'm going to do is, this is why I put them on different layers. I can kind of mess around and see what I think looks good. There, I can do kind of, I think I like that better. We're sticking with that purple vibe. Yeah. And then I can put this color maybe here. And this is going to be white, but I don't know if I want to do like a pure white. So I think I'm going to do this for the base, the underside of the shoe. And then we'll do a little green pom-pom, I think, on her boot, like that. I think that's cute. And then we can do a green bow. I'm just grabbing the same colors that I've been using. Oh gosh. You think that has like a, she reminds me of like the 70s Blossom from Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I inadvertently made that happen, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe we'll do her eyes this color. Yeah, I think that's nice. I forgot to put a tongue. Oop, there we go. Okay. Cool. Oh, I forgot a spot. And we also need her, we'll do little black ones. Black, little back buttons. Like that. That's cute, I think. Or no, wait. Let's do little white buttons. Yeah. Okay. And then eyeshadow. I think we should do this green, maybe. Oh gosh. Boop, 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 boop. This is gonna bleed because I have a gap here, so I'm gonna have to fill this in myself. Like these. And like these. There we go. Do I like that? I don't know. Maybe I like yellow better. Alpha lock it. I think I like the darker green. And then we'll add a lighter green for highlights. Sir! Like these. Like these and these. There we go. And then I forgot a spot. Let's add some blush, I think, because I had that on the other girls. Okay, it was like a check. I used some screen tone spots for shading. And then I left the line art dark and I colored the lips. That is what I did. Okay, so let's do that. Lock this. We're in the last stretch now. Let's do. I need that mouth interior to be darker. Okay, that's better. What? What do you want? Come here. You will be picked up again? Is that what you're saying? Okay. What is this? Garbage. Okay. Fix that. And now we're going to add a little bit of, wait, let's do a little highlight on the lips. And now we're gonna add some blush. So we're gonna go to here, new layer, clipping mask. We're gonna pick a color that is slightly more peach and gray, I think is what we're gonna do. Yeah. And since it's on a clipping mask, it only affects the skin layer that I have it attached to. And then I can also edit if I need to. And it'll only affect the blush. Like that. And we can also add some shading in here, here, there we go. Add a clip-in mask to, actually we could probably just do it right on top of this since we're not doing anything crazy, so I will just do this for shading here, and there, and there. Cute! Did we do anything special to the eyeballs? Any details? We did little dots. Got it. So, let's add some yellow little dots, I think, is what I want to do. Or this color. Yeah, cute. All right, and then we have to add the highlights and then the fun part. So let's add some highlights, which is easy. Oh, I forgot a spot right here. Oopsies. Put that there and there. Okay. Oh, I'm missing a spot here. Look at me slacking. All right. Highlights. Clipping mask. I'm gonna do like a pink color because I'll show you why in a second. Do just little dots along where I would think that the light would hit. Some on her bangs. And then some here. And here. And there. And then we're gonna go to, I think we're just gonna mess and see what we like. Overlay. There, that looks nice. Let's add a highlight onto this green. Like that, and then we're gonna go to overlay, drop the opacity a little bit. Cute! Last thing, the glasses. fill it in with white. You'll see why in a second. Trust the process. You will see why in a second. Gengar, don't try to steal stuff. Alright, we have these glasses filled in now. Screen or add. Usually I'll do add. Drop the opacity. So we have like a little bit of a, you know, difference. And then we're going to add another one. Oh, I reached my limit. Okay, we're going to have to merge some layers. Merge down. Merge down. Okay. Here. Now she has glasses on. And for now, I think that's about it. I'm gonna have to add in like the water and everything. I can show you the thing that I do with the line art quickly as well. Duplicate the line art, color balance. I'll do reds, usually up the saturation. I also have a video on my channel that does this as well. Color burn. And then slightly off kilter it so it like sits kind of off from where the line is. You can see here. Then turn off the alpha lock. Go here, chromatic aberration or abrasion or whatever it is. Blur it. Then go to your regular line art. And then blur that with chromatic aberration as well. And then it makes it kind of blurry and it gives it this vintage look. So then when you put your textures on, it has more of like a vintage vibe to it. You can even go in and blur some more if you want. Because they were never like super crisp, the stuff that was printed. So this is basically how I do my process. I'm gonna have to go in, add like the water, or no, not water, air. The air little things and some other details, but that's about it. So I think I'm gonna end it for now since it is gonna be 12 in a second, or in like 5 minutes. So this is kind of like 3-hour stream, goodness. Okay, I'm surprised that you guys stuck around for this long. But I hope that you enjoyed this process and watching me do everything. If you are looking for merch stuff, I have my merch on savannahaalexandra.com/shop. Excuse you. And my socials are Savannah Alexandra Art on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I have a website where I sell prints, which is Inprint, INPRNT, no I, just INPRNT.com/gallery/Savannah Alexandra Art. That's where I sell all my prints. And yeah, just give me a follow on there. Feel free to chat, whatever. Thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry for the weird technical issues I ran into. I will get that figured out before I do another live stream. Let me know if you enjoyed this. And if you want to see more of these. And yeah, tell me if you want to see more like drawing, or maybe if you want to see me do like crafting stuff, like making another Puppets doll or whatever. Just let me know what you think. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a good rest of your night. This was fun. Thank you. I appreciate you coming. Peace. Oh, actually, wait, I can do this. I can turn this on for a goodbye. It'll kick on in a second, I think. Yes. Goodbye. This is my goodbye to you. And hopefully by the next time I do this, I'll figure out why this keeps shutting off and have it fixed so that it just stays on the whole time. And yeah, I'm sure it's an easy fix. Drakar and I say goodbye. Right, Drakar? Yes. Okay. Good night.